Okay, go ahead.
Got it. Okay. Good evening. This is the regular meeting for the new Town of New Canaan Police Commission, December 19, 2022. I would like to just have a couple of comments here at the beginning. Tonight is Chief Leon Krolikowski's last monthly briefing to the commission. It is estimated to be his 186th meeting since becoming captain in 2006. And that does not include all those budget meetings that we all have to go to with the town bodies. The commission would like to thank Chief Krolikowski for his over 33 years and 9 months of service to the town, including 9.5 years as chief. He came into the department as a patrolman and rose through the ranks to become chief, and that's a terrific accomplishment. Leon is starting a new career, a new chapter in his career in Darien. We wish him total success in his new role. So thank you, Leon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so on to the meeting. Minutes from the previous meeting. I had one correction. On page 1, where it said the Board of Selectmen recently approved a contract to resolve the fitness room modification. Did we? I don't think we did that, did we? Or did they? I think we
No.
just discussed it.
They didn't agree to modify it?
That would have been the building committee. The building committee agreed to modify it.
All right, I'll say the building committee.
Yeah, just so the building committee is aware of the problems with the or potential problems with the fitness room, and they're working on the modifications now.
Okay,
That was that. Yeah. That was it. Motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second, all in favor? Aye. All right.
All right.
On to monthly reports. Chief?
Sure. First report is our budget. Overall, we're tracking under, should be at 41.6
Right.
for 5 months. We're actually at 38.10. In the coming months, some lines will need to be transferred over to cover some of the lines that are going to be over, but overall we're under about 2.5% or so current budget, so that's good news. Animal control budget is at 34.50, should be at 41.6, so also tracking well.
Yep.
Next report I have is monthly statistics. I'll just highlight some items. Burglaries 16 to date through the end of November versus 7 same time last year. This is a pretty big increase, but I know our detectives are working well on that, trying to track down those responsible. Family disputes 64 versus 56. That's a pretty good number. 64, not all those are domestics, but it's good that people are calling us for help because that's exactly what we want. Larcenies from motor vehicle 29 versus 40, so that's a good drop. Hopefully that trend will continue. Motor vehicles active property damage.
Excuse me, Chief, do you think that larceny for motor vehicles is that because of the increased patrols at Waveney parks and?
I think that's certainly part of it, sure.
Okay.
Collectively, I think we're seeing a decrease in Fairfield County and Connecticut because of some pressure put on these folks, but we are seeing some relief here, certainly. So there's no doubt that's we can contribute some of that towards the great work of our officers and continued checks.
Good.
Camera things like that. Next item is motor vehicles and property damage 349 versus 321. That's a slight increase, not a concern given the increasing traffic. Motor vehicle accident injury 28 versus 35. That's good. I'm glad to see that trending down. We don't like to see people get hurt in these accidents. Psychiatric problems 62 versus 51, and I think we'll continue to see those numbers go up as people reach out to us for help. And the good news is our officers do that exceptionally well, and very proud of that. Next item is school checks 344 versus 74. That program is working exceptionally well. Our officers are helping out on the shifts, and Officer Gibson assigned to the security officer checking all the schools and interacting with all the schools, and everybody's doing a great job there, and I'm sure making everybody feel more safe and secure in our specifically parents of children. So I'm proud of that too.
Yep.
Stolen vehicle 18 versus 36. That's a trending down. I'm glad to see that happening. And I think not only continued checks, but a continued pressure on these people is driving down the number of stolen vehicles. And I'm hoping it normalizes, which normal number in previous years would be well below 10. So I'm hoping that continues. So I have for monthly statistics.
Okay, give me one moment here. So. Okay, then I need a motion just to then go to item D. D, E, and F. All right, can I have a motion to go to item D, E, and F? And we'll come back to A, B, and C, okay?
Yeah, I move we now move to items D, E, and F and return after that to items A, B, and C.
Right, second, Shakeva? Yeah, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, good. Okay, so Tiger, you're up. The Aquarian Water Project detours.
Okay, thank you very much. Tiger Man, Director of Public Works. We were approached by Aquarian Water and the Connecticut DOT for the installation of Aquarian's 36-inch diameter water transmission line that's leading from Wilton into New Canaan. Work was performed this year in Wilton. It'll begin again in Wilton and then continue through New Canaan. I should correct that. They did a small amount of work in town here already. They did a piece on Lakeview Avenue from 123 to Millport. They're working currently inside the cemetery, going through the cemetery so that they can bypass Millport Avenue. Excuse me. And then they'll come out and do a portion of, they'll do Harrison Avenue from Main Street to South Avenue in the early spring, then jump back, begin in Wilton, and then start coming into town. The request is that anytime that they're working on state road, they have to utilize a town road for a detour. While they're working on the roads, emergency vehicles and school buses will always have one lane open. They're asking to divert through traffic. So local traffic, emergency school buses, and emergency vehicles and school buses will always have access through the work area. Through traffic, they'll ask to detour around. And then truck traffic, they're actually making a much larger detour around the entire work zone and actually utilizing state roads to do that. So we don't necessarily have to worry about that. So in essence, each time they come through a segment of town road, segment of state road, they need to use a piece of the town roads to do it. So as they get across the bridge from Wilton into New Canaan, they've got to come up Valley Road, up Ferris, and then come back down again Canoe Hill to get back on State 106. When they're doing the piece, say from Silvermine to Carter Street, they'll utilize a different detour to take care of that piece. And as they work their way all the way through, so they're in essence starting at the Wilton Town line, and we'll finish this portion of the project at Little Brook and 123. The portion of Little Brook will be performed during the summer when the school's not in session. So the DOT makes a requirement of the encroachment permit from Aquarian to get local traffic authority approval to utilize town roads to as a detour. They're also asking for the Board of Ed, the First Selectman's office, and the Director of Public Works to sign off as well. I'm comfortable with the detours as noted. They did a nice job last year managing the project in Wilton. They did a nice job coming through town on the stretch that they did on Lakeview itself. And I feel confident that they'll be able to perform the same as they come on 106, in essence, from the Wilton line to Little Brook Road. So we're asking for your approval to utilize the town roads for various sections of the detour that they have to perform.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, just stepping back, Tiger, could you explain what the project is, the purpose of the project and what it's meant to accomplish?
It's a, in essence, it's a It's a 36-inch diameter water transmission line designed to bring water from the Belden Hill Pump Station through New Canaan and then to service facilities to the south of us, namely Stanford and Greenwich. They have a surplus of water in one area, necessarily not a surplus in others, and this will help alleviate that concern and hopefully take us out of the drought watches that we've been in for the past several years. We'll still have to conserve water. We'll still have to watch, but it might not necessarily be as severe as we've had in the past. We were on a level 2 drought watch for the entire year this year, and this is designed to help alleviate it. If you remember, a couple of years ago, they put in a temporary line above ground. They had a stretch in town, stretch along the Merritt Parkway. This, in essence, is putting that entire system underground in a permanent nature.
But all the water is going to go to Greenwich and, did you say Darien or Stanford?
Stanford and Greenwich. We don't necessarily benefit from this line. No. We'll have an ancillary benefit in the fact that we'll have more water in the area, but we aren't being directly affected. There's no stopping in New Canaan for any of this water.
Okay,
So that means once it's in, we don't have to do any tie-in, so we can pay right over.
Right. Thank you, John. There's no service lines off of this. This is strictly a transmission line.
So it should be
Okay.
fairly quick and straightforward.
It
should be.
Yeah, it's just a big pipe. So it's deep in the ground. It's about a 9-foot wide hole at the bottom. So it takes some time to put it in, but the good thing is that they share in the restoration of our roads in the end, and they'll repave the state roads when they're done as well. So they'll share in the restoration of Harrison Avenue, 50-50 with the gas line, since gas put a line in there. They'll share with Little Brook 50-50 with the gas, since gas put water in there, gas line in there. So it's really no cost to the town. It's just a little bit of a headache while they're putting it in.
Okay. Shall we take a vote then?
do you,
Motion?
before we do, John, do you have any observations about this and these detours?
So, the detours that they've done, they work with, well established, they have a good relationship with it. So
Okay. Okay,
So there'll be extra duty for our guys, right?
That's correct. They've been working while they were on Harrison. I think we had at least 2, maybe 3 officers during the entire time. Now that they're off the road, not necessarily, but then the moment they'll get back, get on Harrison, exact same thing. Right now they're doing a water main on Harrison, 8-inch water main. That's for local services, and they've been utilizing our officers for the work at each end.
Great, good. Okay, any other questions? Let's have a motion to approve. Yep, go ahead, Jim.
I move that we approve the requested detours and traffic variations requested by the ACOM.
Right. Okay. Second,
I second.
all those in favor? Aye. Okay, so we got
Aye.
3. You got that, Tiger. I think
Thank you,
that's
Paul.
it tonight, right? Unless you want to stick around,
I'm okay, but thank you.
always invited. All right, see you, Tiger. Building renovation and training center update. Chief.
Yeah, all I know is it's moving forward, and at least the renovation is, and the new addition. And the move to 39 Locust, likely August, September, something like that.
Right.
I don't have a firm timeline yet based on last meeting, but I would like to watch from the sidelines the training center move forward as quick as possible. So maybe building committee can schedule some special meetings and get that work off the ground, so to speak. And that's really a critical item that should be moved along parallel to the building renovation.
I agree. My concern always here is that it gets left behind and then it's left behind. So. I talked with Bill Walbert today, just to find out if there was anything new that I missed, and there was no update either. So but we'll have a building committee meeting, I think that the first, I think it's the first Thursday in January, so. Duly noted. Okay. There's the 2023 meeting schedule. I think we all took a look at that. We need a vote on that to make that
Yes,
permanent. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second,
I second.
all those in favor? Aye. Okay, that's approved. Tell you what, why don't we do letters of appreciation while we're here?
Sure.
Okay,
First one is for Jeff Deek from Athletic Director Jay Egan. And he states, your leadership of the officers covering our games helped create a much safer and more orderly environment than we have seen in past years. You exercise the right combination of compassion and authority. The students know you mean what you say, but they also know you are in their corner. And certainly Jeff Deek's work as the SRO at the high school has been exceptional. Based on this note, we're very grateful for Jeff's leadership and work in supporting the school. So thanks to Jeff. Next note is for Sergeant Sprasta and Officer Lopez regarding officers who responded to a resident's home for a false alarm. And he states, we are also grateful to you and all members of the New Canaan Police Department for your excellent, kind, and thoughtful service to our community. So that's certainly a nice note from a resident, and appreciate that. Next and last note is for Officer Falbo. He is stating that he wants to thank Officer Falbo for the help for his broken down vehicle. And he says, thanks for all that you do. Stay safe and God bless. And that's nice that this gentleman took time to write a note for such a relatively routine thing where we help people that have broken down vehicles. So that's really nice. That's all I have.
great, thank you.
Well,
Okay, so let's go back to A. Chief, you want to just speak to your retirement here just a bit?
yeah, sure. You know, it's been, doesn't seem like it's been as long as it's been. And for the most part, it's been a pleasure and an honor to serve the department and with the department and come up through the ranks and do great things and lead and work with great people. And like I said in a note, I think we're in the best state, in my opinion, that we've ever been in my entire career for a lot of different reasons. Always room for improvement, right?
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for the leadership of our department officers, both informal and informal, and very confident that I'm leaving in good hands and things are going to move forward nicely and in a different way, perhaps. But you know, I'm not moving from town. I'll still be in town, so I'll still be around, and I'm just moving to a different role. And I'm hopeful I can help some of our people in that role as they transition and decide to retire and find opportunities for them. I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about the change and the challenge that lies ahead. So, and I want to thank the commission for all their great work and for you volunteering all those many hours of the year and doing your best as a resident to help us take care of our residents. And that's what we do. I mean, in essence, it's protecting and serving our town. And I think we do it better, frankly, than any other police department in our area, if not Connecticut. It's a little bit of a biased opinion, but I think we do in a lot of different ways. And I'm very grateful for the work the officers have done, the sacrifices they make, and they're not always recognized all the time for the work they do. But we try to do that more now than ever, and we should always focus on that, because without them, we can't do what we do, right? There's no I in team. So they're the team behind us. Try to lead things in a lot of different ways, but the day-to-day 24/7 work is our officers, and thanks to them, and wish them safe. And hopefully we can, as the future goes, everybody will lead in a different direction and make things even better than they are today. So that's what my wish for the department is. And certainly this is a nice transition for the holiday season for everybody. And I'm wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year.
Great, thank you.
Well,
So let's go to item B. And what I'd like to do is to go into executive session first, if that's all right, but keep Cheryl on.
sure.
All right.
Vote on that and invite Cheryl in.
Yep, so let's vote to go into it. Need a motion to go into executive session at 6:20.
So moved.
We just have to give the press a minute to leave.
Yeah.
Or
Hi,
wait.
Mike.
Wait, is there gonna be a vote after?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you,
Okay, thanks.
and then let me just stop the recording.
Yeah. Okay, it is 6:42 and we're come out of executive session. Is the press there? Is Michael there?
Yeah.
Everybody in the room? Okay, good. So we've been asked to make a vote on Deputy Chief DeFederico and on Captain Walsh to promote them to Chief of Police, to promote John to Chief of Police, and to promote Andrew to Deputy Chief. Can I have a motion for that, Commissioners?
Effective January 1st.
Starting, yeah, that'll be part of the motion, right? We're not kicking you out yet, Chief.
So I
That would
move
be
that
bad,
we,
two chiefs.
they've had two popes before.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, gosh.
I move that we appoint Deputy Chief DeFederico to be new Chief of Police for the New Canaan Police Department effective January 1st, 2023, subject to a customary 3-month probation period, and that we appoint Andrew Walsh to be Deputy Chief of the New Canaan Police Department effective January 1st, 2023 as well, subject to the 3-month probationary period.
Great. Do I have a second?
Aye.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, that's 3-0. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we good, a new step forward, which is just great. This is terrific. So I think, is there any other business to discuss?
None here.
Okay, no other matters. All right, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I second.
Aye. Okay, thank you and good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Paul.
Thank you. All have a